Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Minus the Rumors podcast for Saturday, October 10th, 2015. I'm Ed from Zero Plays Games, joined with Crimson Rose from Crimson Rose Game, as well as Lindsay and Dano from Not Quite Nerds. Let's get right into it for the news this week. Well, guys, the most anticipated holiday release game of 2015 is right around the corner.
Fallout 4?
No.
Fallout 4.
Yeah. What? Fallout 4?
No.
It's Fallout 4.
What?
No.
Fallout 4?
No. That's... No.
No!
That actually released third quarter. So... It wasn't a holiday release, but I think it was one of the most anticipated games of the year. The most anticipated holiday 2015 video game. Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
I don't believe you.
So you mean Fallout? You misspoke.
Yeah.
No, I meant...
Fallout.
Yeah,
you
you misquoted.
I meant Call of Duty Black Ops 3, according to the Nielsen Group. Now,
You're wrong.
Yes, they are wrong, and so are the 4,800 gamers between ages of 7 and 54. And I didn't even know that gamers exceeded the age of 35 or 36, really. Which, makes me feel good.
Like, you've given us all an expiration date that's right around the corner.
Don't worry. I work with somebody who plays games, and they're still in their, they're in their 60s. So,
Right, but see, that's the thing. I have faith now that I can be a Let's Player until I'm way old and gray instead of, 35 in a couple of years. But, yes, 4,800 people surveyed between ages of 7 and 54, and 98% of them highly anticipating Call of Duty Black Ops 3. 95% highly anticipating Fallout 4.
They obviously surveyed some stupid people.
They surveyed the wrong people.
They didn't survey me. I'd have been like, Pikmin? Is there a new Pikmin coming out?
Battletoads.
Zelda.
Zelda is on the list for 3DS exclusives. But
As I pull out my sword.
But Zelda was sadly not the most anticipated 3DS exclusive game to come out in 2015 holiday quarter. That goes to Dragon Ball Z Extreme, whatever they're calling it. Yes. But Zelda was right behind that one.
I think the reason why people are more excited about Call of Duty is it's more mainstream, it's more pop. Yeah, I can say popular. It's been in the news for years and years. Everyone's played it. Everyone's played every freaking. There's like 20 Call of Duty games, so
I can see that point.
Where I've never played a Fallout game ever.
You've never played Fallout?
No. I've played several Call of Duty games, so I would be in that small category of would actually be more anticipated for Black Ops instead of Fallout 4, as I get shunned by the rest of MTR.
No, not really. Not really. I played Fallout when it was brand new in the waybacks, when it was a top-down, 2D game, and then I kind of, never played it again until New Vegas came out. So, I'm right there with you. New Vegas came out, what, Dano, after 3?
I don't even remember now. I wasn't that big into the newer ones. I'm like you. I played,
when you were just a little guy running around in a Vault 21 jumpsuit?
It was still, it was a game that had been around a while by the time I discovered it, but it was the original Fallout, and our cousin that lived up on the northeast part of the country had it while we were up there visiting, and that is the first time I ever remember seeing it.
I got my first copy of Fallout with PC Gamer magazine. It came on a CD with an intro from Coconut Monkey. Yeah, that long ago.
Yep. But yeah, that is, I mean, it's surprising in a lot of ways, and then not surprising as well. It's just, it depends on what angle you look at it from. I kind of agree with Crimson. I think Call Out. I'm combining games now. Call Out!
Call Out for Duty. Got it.
Yeah,
Newest
there we go.
echolocation game available on the market.
I think Call of Duty is a lot more mainstream. And I think it's that plain and simple. You know, it's one of those games that you don't have to worry about a storyline or a plot or previous games, you know, knowing what's going on. It's something you can just hop into and kill people. People that don't play games play Call of Duty, you know, when they go over to a friend's house or something.
Good
So
point.
I can see where it might edge out its victory there.
And to add, I mean, this is something we have to add in talking about every gaming discussion now, but you can, there's pro leagues for, you know, the Call of Duty kind of stuff where Fallout doesn't exactly have, you know, pro league. So
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
where
Yeah,
you can
Call of
make
Duty is an
millions of
ES.
dollars.
Yeah, it's an ESL
Dollars.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing now. So.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it's got rockets.
Rockets. You know what else has rockets? Actually doesn't have rockets.
Surprising for a game called that.
Rocket League.
Yeah.
So, best game that came out this year, Rocket League, is adding Halloween-themed items for a limited time. So there's about, 6 new items you're able to get. You'll be able to unlock them kind of standard with, you know, the items you normally unlock, starting October 18th to about November 2nd. This is going to be a free update, but once that time period is over, and if you have not unlocked those items, you'll have to try again next Halloween. So
We have about
starting next Sunday, you got to play Rocket League to get these items. I would assume you can't just purchase them.
No.
I just played Rocket League for the first time last weekend.
It was fun, wasn't it?
It was all right.
Come on now.
I have FIFA.
Don't deny yourself.
I have FIFA.
If anything else, it's just fun listening to... Well, no, I take that back. It's not fun listening to Lindsay scream into your ears.
Hey, it's not that bad.
that remix, though.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to these little Halloween updates. I'm really looking forward just to the Candy Corn Trail.
Exactly.
If you played Rocket League, you know the Rocket Trail and Candy Corn Rocket Trail. I want it. I'm probably gonna play just all day on the 18th until I accumulate all of the things.
You should get the carriage wheels and put them on the van.
Yeah, I'm wanting that too. I want it. I want all the things.
So
All
they'll be available starting next Sunday. And how long are they available for?
All the way up
November
until
2nd.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. We have about 2 weeks to schedule as many Rocket League tournaments as we possibly can, so that we
unlock
can
6 items.
Single player.
Single player, yeah. We'll fight the low weak AI, yay.
Yep.
Of
And
course, to add, the next DLC for Rocket League, the actual one that you actually have to pay money for, is the Revenge of Battle Cars pack. That's going to be coming out October 13th for about $4. So that's going to come out about the same time as this mini free update.
perfect.
I love
And
their DLC pricing.
If you don't get your items unlocked by November 2nd, you have to wait until next October.
Yep.
Yes. And there'll probably be different items, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I would say so. They might keep some of the originals, but I imagine they'll add new stuff every year.
Speaking of Halloween, I wonder what Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to do for Halloween on GTA Online.
We need to schedule an event for that, too.
Mm-hmm. I'm so angry I missed Christmas.
I missed 4th of July, and I really wanted my rocket launch, my firework launcher.
I missed 4th of July, too.
I was sad.
Yeah. Was sad.
But, you know, that's just one of those things. We'll have to get around to it. But in the meantime, while we're waiting, I've got a new game for us.
Is it Turn the Lights Off and Tickle Tag?
That too, but you know, we're not going to YouTube that one. That's just for us. What I'm talking about is a game literally called Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. How can it not be good with a title like that, first off? I just want to put that out there. But this game, I do a lot of these, like, things you should know, basically. When I find something extremely interesting, I have to share it. And this is one of those things. Y'all have to know about this game. Because the whole premise is, you're a group of friends defusing a bomb. Only one of you in your group can see this said bomb, and the rest of your companions have the instructions on how to disarm it. So, obviously, communication is key. Might be a problem with Lindsay, who might be dead right now.
I don't know why communication is a problem for me. I'm an excellent communicator.
Yeah. She's being reserved right now, apparently.
It's just I can imagine Rocket League level stress and yelling in this. So it'll be funny though.
I've already told everyone that I'm playing Rocket League on mute from now on. If you don't like the way that I play, then you'll never hear me again.
So I have some questions about this game. I take it you've seen it played, or demos of it played?
Yes. In fact, on the article I'm on, there is a full video on a hardcore difficulty playthrough of this.
So the bomb's on a tablet type looking thing for the person that can actually see it?
Yeah, and it's dual-sided. You can grab and rotate this bomb. Looks like it's got about 12 different individual things that you have to kind of decode. Okay.
And the people that have the defusing manuals, do they know what this bomb looks like?
No, they cannot see it. So only the one defusing can see it, and he does not have the instructions.
So he's got to describe the bomb. They have to find the bomb in the manual, which is a binder full of paper.
Yep.
They have to find that particular bomb and how to defuse it, and relay that back to him. Now, I have another question. If you take this game to a high school,
good God,
play it with your friends,
there might be a problem.
Now, I could see this being used as a teaching tool, though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I could see it. Like a communication tool.
I could see fresh teachers, either just out of college themselves, going into their first education job, either that or teachers that have just gained their tenure, buying this game for kids to play on days, for group team building exercises.
Yeah, I mean, this video, now the video that we're talking about that we watched on the PC Gamer site, these guys are playing in hardcore mode, so I'm guessing that not everything is as hard as what we have seen, but...
Oh yeah, this one's crazy.
The communication needed between this guy that's describing the bomb and the other people that are helping him disarm it is just like, it's amazing. They're all doing everything at once, and the guy describing it has more to keep up with than anybody else because he's like, yo, Bob, I got these wires. Tell me what to do with it. While you're doing that, I'm going to come over to this side. I got this number. You tell me what to do with that. And then I have a maze. You tell me what to do with that. And then as they start relaying information back to him, he kind of like, no, shut up for a second. I need your information first. And just like, it's amazing to watch.
His brain is multi-threading.
Yeah, like they need to defuse bombs for a living.
Yeah, if y'all care to watch this, yeah, they are.
But there might be a certain impending death factor that's overlooked. I mean,
right.
If I was really good at the game too, I'd probably think I could defuse bombs for a living. Right up until I attempted to defuse a bomb for a living.
It's a very defining point in life where it goes from a computer screen to the real thing. If anybody cares to watch this after our broadcast, as always, hop on over to YouTube and check out, the title of the video is Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes is the Best Game Ever.
Yes.
And it's amazing.
I'm going to be watching it after our broadcast too, because I kind of want to watch it right now, but that would be rude.
Just pause the broadcast, we'll all take a break. Intermission.
I'll buy it for ArcadiaCon 2016.
Sweet.
Well, on to other stuff and things. We have the recommended and the minimum PC requirements for 3 different games: Star Wars Battlefront, Fallout 4, and Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I have no idea what this means.
Most anticipated game of 2015's holiday releases. Woo! Specs coming up soon.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and these are all fairly interesting to look at.
They really are.
And it looks like just about everyone has reasonable requirements for minimum play.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that. I mean, I remember the computer I just had before I built my gaming PC, and I was streaming with it, and it doesn't touch the minimum specs for Black Ops 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Black Ops 3 minimum is only a Core i3 or a Phenom 2 for, your AMD fans.
Right, but it's a Phenom 2 at 2.6 gigahertz.
Yeah, that's true. I guess maybe some older systems might have trouble slugging along with it.
Mm-hmm.
But, the graphics cards are that's one of the major things I look at, because that's one of the biggest components, obviously, that goes into running these games, is what kind of graphics you can push. And on every one of them, the graphics cards are, perfectly affordable, for any kind of reasonable budget. Now, if you're trying to build a computer to play these with $50 in your pocket, you're going to have a bad day.
If you're trying to play these with a computer that you bought from the store, just your standard home desktop,
you
have
might
a bad
want to.
time.
Yeah.
What is it?
You're
Black Ops.
You're going to have something that's above an i3, because the graphics cards are built into the motherboard, so you won't be able to play it, really. You won't be able to get a new graphics card. You're going to need at least something higher than an i3.
Yeah.
Right.
And
play it on, half decent.
When you go up to recommended requirements, if you're a heavy gamer, now I'll make this stipulation: if you're a heavy gamer, you put a lot of money into PC gaming, and you play 5 to 7 days a week, you'll probably meet the requirements still.
Right.
Because I think 2 out of the 3 of these require 16 gigs of RAM. No, 2 out of the 3 require 8.
Yes, 2 out of the 3. No, Call of Duty's minimum is. Oh yeah, their recommended is 8, isn't it?
Yeah. And the biggest graphics card recommended is a GTX 970. So, you know, if you've upgraded to the 980 or possibly the 980 Ti, you'll have no problems there. Again, processors are, you know, they're not going to be a huge issue if you've spent a lot of time building your perfect computer.
Right, I can tell you not too many store-boughts are going to have an i7 4790, though. A lot of them might have an AMD FX, but they're not going to have an FX 9000 series.
Yeah. And I mean, as a side note, I would just say to anybody who may not know computer hardware that well, don't walk into Best Buy and buy your computer off the shelf. At the very least, because you see, when I bought my first, you know, quote-unquote gaming PC, I bought it off of Best Buy's website, but I bought it through iBuyPower. And I could look at some of the reviews and some of the, you know, some of the listings for what it had and what it could do. But, you know, an off-the-shelf desktop from the store is probably not going to be anything near what you're going to need for the kind of gaming that we do anyway.
It's the computers we have right now aren't going to be enough for us to do the gaming that we would like to do with the quality graphics that we would like to have and record it at the same time.
Yeah, and that's the thing. As we move into these, you know, years of
FPS games.
Yeah, into these years of just higher and higher and higher quality games, that's going to be an interesting thing to see. Is just how much are you going to have to dump into your rig to be able to play and record like all of us,
or play and stream? You know, I mean,
stream. Yeah.
Streaming is highly CPU intensive, and a lot of streamers do have what they call a casting PC. But a casting PC has got usually just the basic minimum requirements that it takes to stream. It's like, you know, at least a dual-core 3.5 gigahertz processor and, you know, 6 or 8 gigs of RAM. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Oh, and a capture card.
Yeah. And if you're making the jump from streaming to recording, though,
you're not going to get bitrate when you're recording, though.
Yeah.
Not with a casting PC.
Yeah.
And
you'll have to upgrade.
Honestly, these would almost max. If we played on max graphics, you know, with VSync off and stuff like that, they would max our computers right out.
Oh yeah, mine would be stressed. It would run any of these, but it would definitely be stressed.
Mine would be melting on the floor.
Actually, I just saw, I didn't pay close enough attention to Fallout 4. Their recommended AMD chip is the 9590.
Yeah,
which,
at 4.7 gigahertz.
Yeah, which I refuse to use anyway. That thing that's a whole nother story in and of itself.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't buy 9 series FXs. Stick with the 80s.
They're high power demand. That's the thing. I mean, your electric bill is going to increase just by playing this game.
And I mean, you'll be lucky if you don't have power issues. The 9590 is a 220 watt CPU. It's insane.
Star Wars Battlefront requests that you have at least an AMD R9 290 or a GTX 970 recommended. Their minimum graphics card is a 660 or a Radeon 7850, which is, you know, the on-board-ish style.
Yeah.
But still, that's like high-end motherboard graphics. And the 660, you know, that's still a $40 or $50 graphics card on top of a $60 game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we, though, the consumer, keep demanding that games look better and better. So if you want to play them, especially if you want to record them, you have to understand that you will have to invest in your rig.
Yeah.
If you don't, you're not going to be able to play this. You can play it on console, but you will not be a PC gamer if you're not investing in your rig.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there'll come a day when we'll have to run basically identically spec'd out rigs just to play and record. have, instead of one supercomputer, two sitting under your desk.
Right.
Right. Hmm.
But, hopefully we can hold that off for a while, because I don't want to have to find the money to build a second one. I just almost got done with my first one. I need to buy a little bit more RAM, get myself up to 32 gigs, and then I'll be done.
32 gigs isn't all it's cracked up to be. That's about the only thing I got going for me anymore. Maybe if you do build a second computer, though, you can run it off of a HoloLens instead of a monitor. How cool would that be?
That is true.
Yeah.
Get me some AR going on.
Get you some AR?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could, honestly. As early as the first quarter of next year. We don't know if January, February, or March is going to release to us the Microsoft HoloLens Dev Kit 1. But it will be available. And it will be expensive. Last Tuesday, Microsoft revealed the Dev Kit prototype for the HoloLens with augmented reality that was spatially aware and dealt with live time environment updates. There were robots crawling through walls, over furniture, and it was amazing. It comes with a game, or the dev kit came with a game called Project X-Ray. You have these robots that you need to defend yourself from. You have a controller that came with it. And when you hold it, a glove appears on your hand and up your forearm. And then you get a vortex weapon, they call it, and a shield. And this employee for Microsoft, HoloLens Dev, demoed this. I have yet to see what HoloLens looks like on video other than the E3 Microsoft coverage, which, I don't know, I'd rather see it blown up in full screen in my face, and I just never got a chance to do that. But the employee was using these, and in the demo, this gauntlet that deployed the shield and his vortex weapon against these spatially aware robots flying and crawling and things, fighting back at them while turning and twisting, and things were moving in the environment. They'd be like, oh, I can't go through there. There's a wall there. Or, oh, there's a couch in the way. Let me climb up the side of it real quick.
Yeah, this is the amount of I don't even know what to call it, smart tech that went into this to be that accurately spatially aware is kind of awe-inspiring.
Especially the spatial sound. You know what spatial sound is? Like,
describe it to me in great detail, because I'm soaking every bit of this in.
Spatial sound is the ability to... Well, Minecraft actually has spatial sound to a degree. If you've got a stereo surround sound headset, you can use your spatial sound. You know how you listen for a mob spawner and you can go, okay, it's down and it's to the right and it's quite a few blocks away and you can hear when you're getting closer?
Oh, yeah.
By things getting louder? Spatial sound. That way, you can, with the HoloLens and a surround sound headset, you can hear spatially. Behind you, in front of you, above you, below you.
Okay, so yeah, just like surround then. Yeah.
Yes, except this spatial sound it muffles itself when objects are obstructed.
Oh, wow.
Yes. It is quite amazing, which is also why it's going to cost quite a bit. $3,000.
Ooh.
$3,000 for a HoloLens Dev Kit.
Yeah, and we cannot get them.
No.
Yep. You have to apply for one.
Yes, Microsoft is asking that you actually be a software dev to get one.
Which is, I mean, that's a crazy. And I mean, it's Microsoft, so it's, I don't know if Microsoft has separated their budget from this particular project's budget. It wouldn't seem like they would need to charge this kind of money for dev kits to fund the project, but
maybe HoloLens is its own. We're minus the rumors, though, so this is all speculation. It goes against everything we go for here. But maybe HoloLens is its own project under Microsoft's control without Microsoft funding.
it could be. We haven't had a lot of news on how they're built.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, for $3,000, it better look as good as all these screenshots, and I'm sure it probably will.
I mean, did you see the video of him doing this?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that we're at this point in time.
Yeah. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just as interested in how the camera that shot the video works as I am how the actual.
You're right there with me. I've always wondered that. It's like, okay, so I'm watching augmented reality from a camera that can somehow see augmented. Is the camera wearing a HoloLens too?
That I would imagine,
or is this doctored footage?
That's a question.
That is the question.
If you watch the video, they claim that the camera that they are using is a specially designed camera that is able to see what he sees coming through the HoloLens.
But it's not shot from his perspective.
But it's not shot.
Does that mean that if, like, Dano is playing a game with a HoloLens, though, multiplayer HoloLens games, it's speculation, would I be seeing Dano's viewpoint? I don't know.
I would figure most likely, if it's not After Effects footage, with which I'm not going to accuse anybody of, I would assume that most likely it's just a capture camera that's got it's got inputs for what the HoloLens is projecting. And I mean, they're already good enough to make this whole HoloLens possible with all of this spatially aware stuff. So I'm sure that they could feed an input in with what the HoloLens is projecting and still manage to change the camera angle.
Right. Until I have one on my face, though. Until any of us has one on our face, I don't think we're truly gonna know. You notice it's always a Microsoft dev that's wearing it. It's never John Q. Public.
Yeah.
Random guy at video game convention. Here, you want to play Minecraft on a HoloLens?
And they have already been, kind of pinged for releasing videos that do not depict what the HoloLens is actually going to be like.
Well, my mic was turned off for who knows how long.
I noticed. I thought you had gone somewhere.
No, I've been
Pardon me.
Huh? Well,
Pardon me.
I would like,
It's okay. I mean, these guys are going at it. My mic is turned on. I can't get a word in.
Can you refrain from saying these guys are going at it, please?
Yeah.
What I was going to say is back at the Microsoft E3 event with the Minecraft, they actually had on stage the camera they used, because they did it real time to show what they were looking at. It's a huge camera this guy has to lug around. It's something weird looking, but
same. It was a camera. You can see on the side of the camera it's red. So Red Dragon, I'm not Red Dragon, but Red, the brand, is being used, but there are all these like attachments coming off of it.
Yeah. So main point is it took a lot of work just to get to where they could actually advertise for this.
Right, and this camera was not stationary. I mean, the cameraman moved around the stage.
Right.
He better be getting a good salary.
Yeah. Yeah, he probably is.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that and things in dev tend to look better than a release is going to be, simply for, let's say, battery life expectancy and stuff like that. If you're demoing something, you can put the power to it. Because
Yeah.
let's say the HoloLens has got like a 4.5-hour battery life in a relatively conservative mode. You know you can put the juice to it for a good 20, 30, maybe 35 or 40 minutes. So you can go all out on a product demo.
Yeah. And then the consumer model may be limited
Right.
in its
Right.
features from that.
Right.
Yeah.
But for $3,000, why is that? I mean, Google Glass, that's augmented reality, kind of, in a way.
Yeah.
And
To a
those
lesser
are,
degree, but still.
those are
yeah.
$1,300.
Yeah. And they really haven't, I mean, they haven't gone far.
Right. You've got to be in a very specific market to apparently buy Google Glass. But $3,000 for a HoloLens, is that out of reach, do you think? I mean,
it's a dev kit, so they're not selling this to consumers. They're selling it to developers.
Yeah, but that's the
Right.
thing. You know, this cost going to kind of, is this going
Is
to,
this going to reflect the actual consumer price? do you
yeah,
think?
is this a preview of what we're going to see when it hits market, whenever it does?
I mean, I'm comparing it to virtual reality here in my own head. The Oculus Rift, Dev Kit 1, Dev Kit 2, the new whatever it is called, project prototype.
Yeah.
They're all between $350 and $500.
Mm-hmm. And available to consumers.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the actual Oculus Rift is... Oh, crap, this is one of our stories, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Dano, what's the Oculus Rift actually going to retail for?
Yeah, that was another, side that we were going to throw into this, is you're looking at $3,000 for a dev kit that's coming out in first quarter of next year.
Limited release for actual devs.
Yeah, that's limited release that you have to apply for. You have to have experience as an actual developer. Or you could go out and buy the commercial release product of the Oculus Rift in the first quarter for at least $300 is the up-to-date information that we have now.
Or at least $300. That's not
Yes.
bad. So Facebook bought Oculus Rift.
Yeah.
They bought Oculus. They bought the Oculus project to make it lighter and less inexpensive, and it's coming out for the same price as the dev kit, at least.
And it's kind of exciting to see that it's going to be affordable for the masses, because when I first saw Oculus with the dev kits being cheap, I was afraid. Oh, they're selling these dev kits. They're going to be butchered, lowered quality versions, and then, they're going to take everything that they get from these developers and make a finished run product and sell it for $1,500. But it's refreshing to see. Well, I mean, and you never know. I doubt it. I highly doubt it, but it does say at least 300. 1,500 is at least 300, but no, I'm expecting more in the range of 350 to 400, somewhere like that.
Which is completely affordable. I mean, what was it? PlayStation VR says they're going to charge $1,500?
Yeah, that's insane.
I mean, apparently virtual reality, which back in my day, back in our day, virtual reality was like unattainable.
Yeah.
To us, we all dreamt about it.
It was sci-fi movies. That's all it was.
And here next quarter, 2 months, 3 months, maybe 5 months.
Yeah.
We have got people that are going to be fully prepared to completely skip virtual reality and go right to augmented reality. Can you imagine?
Yep.
You know what? You guys can have the HoloLens and the Oculus Rift. All I need is my smartphone and Pokemon Go, and you will never see me again. I don't.
Crimson is going to switch.
Even your Pokemon Go is augmented reality, though. It's just not.
Is.
You'll have to duct tape it to your face if you want a headset.
I can see it now. Crimson Google Glassing with Pokemon Go up.
Hey, I'd buy that.
Bungee cord wrapped around the back of his head to hold it on.
There are a couple of good little side notes with Oculus Rift as far as what's going on in the first quarter. They do want to have more of an Apple-style launch. They never wanted to try and start taking pre-orders way out from when they were going to launch. Kind of, basically kind of citing that your attitude might get a little sour once you've been waiting 9, 10, 12 months for this product. And so, with that said, they want to try and have more of an Apple-style launch, like I said. They announce it 1 week, and then, week 2, you can start your pre-orders, and the 3rd week, they start shipping. Wham, bam, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
They're also going to be launching the Oculus Touch controller. That's going to be a little later. That's going to come out sometime in the 2nd quarter. But yeah, it's shaping up to be probably one of the biggest launches of next year. I think there's going to be a whole lot more buzz and interest with the finished product.
When I hear Apple style release, though, Apple style release,
Kind of gives you a bad feeling.
All I can see in my head is people that camp for like a month and a half to get a new phone outside of Best Buy.
Yeah.
It might happen. It might happen.
It could.
It could happen.
Most people, and I have not gotten the opportunity to try this yet, so I don't know, but what you're reading is that most people find that the best experience with the Oculus is with the touch controller in hand. And the touch controller is not going to be available right away, so I don't know. Is everybody going to run out and buy an Oculus, or are they going to wait for the touch? Is there going to be another rush on the stores when the touch does come out? Not quite sure.
I'm predicting a first major rush just because of the availability of games for Oculus and Oculus functionality for games. I mean, yes, your best experience is going to be with the touch controller. However, if you can go get an Oculus and play Minecraft, which...
Yeah.
If you can play Minecraft that day without the touch controller, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think either way, they're going to get their money, whether they get it in the 1st quarter or the 2nd quarter. You'll have people that want the Oculus as soon as it's available right now, and they're going to make a ton of money off of them in the 1st quarter. And then you may have people that decide, hey, you know what, I want to wait 3 months, get into the 2nd quarter, and figure out when I can get both of them together. And they're going to get, they'll probably get another significant rush of people who wanted to wait and purchase, package deals, because I'm sure they're going to run a package deal.
Yeah.
Once the 2nd quarter release hits, and they'll get another big rush of income. So you know what I mean. They're just, I think they're going to get their money either way.
So
they might even get it from me. I'm considering it.
So what's pending on the touch is ergonomics. They wanted to refine the button layout and the trigger layout, and they are still not commenting on things like battery life. There are still experimental features that they have not announced, that they did not announce at E3, that they don't know whether or not it's going to be in the actual finished product. So I would think this is probably like crunch time right now, trying to get this into manufacturing. And they've been very specific about the fact that they do not want the touch controller to release with problems that you see other console controllers release with, like when the PS4 controllers came out and the joysticks got sticky, and everybody was like sending theirs back or having to buy new ones, but they don't want that kind of issue associated with this controller.
Well, just think back to the original Xbox release. If you've never seen an original day one Xbox controller, they were retardedly huge.
It was bad.
Oh my God! They sell these systems to primarily
little kids.
Children. Yeah, children and teenagers. And I know grown men who don't have hands that big. It was just a massive, massive controller, and then they redesigned it for Xbox. The original Xbox, they had an initial redesign while that was still the main system. They had another redesign for 360. and then they basically polished it for Xbox One. They didn't have a full-scale redesign. But it took them a long time. It took them years to iron out their controller.
Right.
So I can see why Oculus is why they would want to get it right the first time.
Well, that, and if you've got an Oculus strapped to your head, it's not like you can actually look at the controller.
Oh,
to
exactly.
Get button placement and things like that. You're ruining your gaming experience if you have to, divert your eyes from a screen that is attached to your face.
That's a good point
right.
that I wasn't even thinking about.
Even the existing touch photos, you can see that it grips naturally in the hand. The joystick is right under the thumb, and there's a trigger under your trigger finger. There's another trigger under the middle finger. Like it just kind of slides onto your hand.
Ergonomics.
Right. Where your hand is naturally going to be, that's where everything that you need is.
Yeah.
What if you only have 2 fingers though?
Well,
that's what Able Gamers is for.
yes.
Yeah. Shout out to Able Gamers for making things like this possible.
Yeah.
But,
So
yeah. So you're thinking, Linz, that the second quarter is going to be the big rush, and first quarter is going to be Ghost Town?
I don't know. I mean, that is one of the questions, actually, that people are asking right now is, do you think that people are... You can use a regular controller with an Oculus Rift.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
for those people like Dano who have that controller memorized like the back of their hand, are they going to need... It's the functionality of an Xbox controller. It's just split into 2 for both hands. So that you can like wave your arms around and stuff in this virtual reality world, but is it going to be necessary? Are people going to feel like they can't really enjoy the games without it? We'll see in second quarter.
Yeah.
From what I'm reading in the comments on this PC Gamer article, people are not happy that it is going to require a GTX 970 at the minimum for a video card just to get resolution.
I mean, we're talking virtual reality. I'm surprised that it's not requiring a freaking Titan.
Then again, it is two 60 hertz screens at 1080p resolution in your face at the same time. That
Yeah.
you got a point there. So does that mean you got to unplug your regular computer monitors? Do you need to do you need to buy a computer just for your Oculus to run off of?
No. I'm sure it'll tie right into your graphics card. The 980s
I'm sure it will
have.
too.
Probably. Like, if you've got a crap ton of monitors, you might have to sacrifice one.
Yeah, that's true.
Warped Jester
Yeah.
might have to
Warped
unplug
Jester.
one of the 37 monitors he's got hooked up.
He'll have to unplug 2 60 hertz monitors.
Yeah.
Then again, he probably has 7. What? 7? Is that what he's got? 7 or 6?
He says he has 7.
Is
7. So
I
he
thought
can
it was up
unplug-
to 8 now.
He's probably got 144 hertz monitors, and yeah.
You could get one of the new Skylake processors
Yeah.
Yeah.
that we talked about forever ago.
Yeah. Or, what you could do, if you don't want to actually put out the additional money for the touch controller set, is you could call MacGyver.
And have him build you one?
Yeah. So all you need is just like a $30 Xbox controller, and he would come in.
You don't even need that. You need bubble gum and like a paperclip.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Paperclip,
That's
bubblegum,
That's
a
what I'm
drinking
saying.
straw, and a
That's what
rubber
I'm
band.
saying. So you got your regular Xbox controller. Okay, invite MacGyver in for a drink. He's going to slice that thing in half. He's going to use a paper clip, some chewed Bubblicious, and a twist tie off of your bag of bread in the pantry. And he will make you 2 touch controllers. By the way, MacGyver is going to be rebooted for television. Not as a spoof, not as MacGruber, but as the actual MacGyver.
I'm still waiting to hear as to whether or not it's got the original Richard Dean Anderson.
No, it will not have Richard Dean Anderson in it.
I want 65-year-old, old and gray, overweight Richard Dean Anderson. My hero from Stargate and MacGyver, to be out there being like, I forgot to take my diabetes medicine.
Yeah, that's
So,
a lot of people know Richard Dean Anderson from Stargate, but MacGyver ran for 7 seasons in the 80s on ABC. So
Yeah.
they I remember watching this with my dad. I know the theme song and everything. It's just like, oh my gosh, I'm don't know if I'll watch the reboot, but it's just interesting that this is what they chose.
I'll check out the reboot. I'll also check out a few of these others that are mentioned here, namely Xena Warrior Princess.
yeah.
I'll check that out again. I
am
loved that show growing up.
I'm too young for MacGyver. I'm too young for Xena. I'm too young for like all this stuff.
You're
It's
only
sad.
what, like 4 years younger than me?
Yeah, but
You-
it's just enough. It's just enough.
Go back and watch Xena and Hercules
Oh.
and watch all their crossover events.
Oh wow.
They were
Wow.
amazing. The acting and the cinematography was so horrible, and they were so good.
Lethal Weapon also. I don't know. I stopped listening to you, so I don't know if you mentioned it, but they're developing Lethal Weapon as a series.
Yeah, all I
As a
talked about
TV
was Xena.
series, Lethal Weapon as a TV series.
As a television
Yeah.
series, yeah.
You know Danny Glover's way too old for that.
Yeah,
ish.
they're going to have to find somebody else to read that line, and depending on what network it
Yeah.
ends up on, they won't be able to do that line justice.
No.
No. I'm too old for this.
Explosion blocks out the sound.
Yeah.
All right, they're also bringing back the A-Team
Mm-hmm.
and a different version of Heart to Heart. Now, Heart to Heart is one that I don't remember.
We're all too young for Heart to Heart.
Yeah.
I
Then
had to
again,
look it up.
They brought back Dallas a couple of years ago, and it did pretty well. Or is that still on?
I don't know. I never paid attention to it when it came back.
Why are
so-
you asking us? Just because we're from Texas? You
Maybe.
think we watch
Yeah,
Dallas
seriously.
because we're from Texas?
Maybe. Who shot JR?
Don't get Lindsay started on the grassy knoll.
What?
Nothing.
I'm so young.
Crimson
Oh,
is
that's
so
okay,
young.
Crimson. I didn't understand that one because I didn't watch Dallas. So
Yeah, I wasn't referencing
Yeah, I think
Dallas, the
Dan-
show. I was referencing something else.
I think he was referencing JFK.
I think so. The only old stuff that I've seen is like some of the older James Bond. So
Oh, you should have seen all of those already.
I think they
Well,
should
there's like
reboot.
30.
I think they should reboot Diagnosis Murder and Murder She Wrote.
wow.
I bet you Murder She Wrote would be a hit on Lifetime.
That's kind of Heart to Heart. When I looked it up, it was kind of like one of those. I actually recognized the people that were in it. I just don't remember ever seeing it, any reruns of anything or on it. But it's like a married couple who they're wealthy, and one of them is a writer, and one of them has a lot of money, and they like run around and find little mysteries to solve and stuff. It's very Murder She Wrote. They're gonna recreate it, bring it back as a series with a gay couple.
two things. One, let's just go ahead and reboot Casablanca. I mean, let's just go all out.
Do it in
Like,
color
let's-
this time.
Wow.
But Hollywood has run out of things. It's like reboot everything all the time.
Yeah.
Nothing original.
Yeah. When you think that you have found something original, if you look closer, it's a book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it's based off of some lesser-known mythology.
They pulled
Yep.
it
Change the
straight
names.
off the shelf of a bookstore.
Yeah. We should be screenwriters. Just transcribe books. Ooh,
I want
like,
to see something new. I want to see something.
I don't think there is anything new. I literally think everything's been done.
Primer was new when it came out.
Yeah, but that was at least a decade ago, if not more.
Yeah, but it was so good, though.
There's been a lot done since then.
Yeah, nothing's new.
Yeah.
Honestly, even the news is getting to be same old, same old. You gotta, and the world's always changing, but the news stays the same, the TV stays the same, the music's changing.
Yeah, music does change. That's one thing that
changes.
changes.
Music changes. Oh my gosh. No offense to anybody that likes crappy music, but the stuff that's coming out now, it's just horrible.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Depends. I have a wide range, so.
I have a wide range as well, but like a good portion of what's coming out is just.
I mean, I'll admit, I was riding home from work today, and I have a Frank Sinatra CD in my car, and I was like, eh.
Yeah, dude. I too listen to the Rat Pack from time to time.
I've got everything from the newest, most retarded sounding stuff all the way back to classical, all downloaded on, well, not downloaded, but all made into channels on Pandora.
I got to thinking about music today on my way back from a meeting. I ran out of skips on my Pandora.
Oh, that's when you have to switch to SoundCloud.
And I was like, eh. It's like, this has never happened before. And it was on a playlist, or not a playlist, but, it was on today's alternative. And I was like, this has never happened before.
Why own Spotify?
You own Spotify for that purpose, so you can skip as many times as you want?
Yep.
Nice.
And, yeah.
All right.
Can't be bothered.
Well, we can't get any more off topic than this, so...
Oh, we can. We can.
We can keep going.
Is that a challenge?
We can go deeper, he said as he got out his shovel.
Hey.
That was a little disturbing.
Torture basement.
Mm-hmm. We even had a torture basement in a news story.
Yeah, we did. That was a few weeks ago.
Yeah, we actually did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I brought it up.
Yeah,
I see you, Scion. One person I know that's watching. For a fact.
Yeah.
He is.
We can always count on our Scion.
He's always here.
MVP. Anyways.
Yeah, that's
Are we ready now? That was kind of my segue that you guys steamrolled over, but I was just gonna let it happen because it's so fun.
Just accept it.
So we have some one last bit of news to give you guys, and it's not national news, and it's not about gaming or tech or anything like that. The news is that tonight is the last time that Dano and I will be with MinusTheRumors.
Jess.
Yeah. We let the guys here know a month ago that we would be moving on to some other projects. And also, for those of you that know us, our lives are kind of crazy. So we must move on. We have started something great, and now we leave it in the capable hands of Ed and Crimson while we go to whatever is next for us.
And Crimson and I wish you guys lots and lots of luck.
Yes.
Thank you for helping us make MTR what it is.
Don't make me cry.
Oh, you're going to cry.
Oh, the feels.
Oh, she's going to cry.
The feels.
Remember that time when we had that first big MTR hug?
I remember the last one.
I remember the last one, too.
All the feels.
All the feels.
Shut up.
Even Dano cried.
I don't remember that.
I cried too.
Cry. I didn't.
I did.
I don't cry.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's why
on
you
my
refused to take those big black sunglasses off your face, because you totally did not cry.
I didn't. 'Cause I know I'll see y'all
Then you,
again
sir, have no heart.
I don't.
But
Well, that got weird.
folks, Minus the Rumors is hiring. We are looking for new anchors, two at least, or well, two full-time, one part-time. I know nobody's going to be as good as Linz or Dano, but we dare you to try. And yeah,
We also dare you to stay off drugs.
yeah,
That too.
dare.
I mean, just throwing it in there.
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to sign us off because I'm gonna go bawl my eyes out.
It's definitely the end of something that we all worked on with all of our time and all of our effort and every spare minute of our lives for almost a year, actually. Almost a year, guys.
Yeah.
Almost a year, and we released in July, but that's beside the
Right,
point.
that we worked
Yeah.
on it for a much, much longer before that.
Much longer. Yes.
Yeah.
And if
So-
you guys ever, yeah.
Okay,
Say-
before
say
but
God-
yes,
say
yes,
bye
yes.
Before we all break down and
Before
die.
this goes any further, thank you for being here with us tonight. Join Ed and Crimson and maybe somebody else back here next week, same time, same place. Catch the recap tomorrow on YouTube. As always, I bid you all good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.